Mr. Erwin, as you said just now, you are in orphan, right? So how can your scholar study? How can you study? You just live alone without parents, but you can finish your study and even you get a master's degree in Hawaii. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to interview one of the graduates of Hawaii University of the United States of America. He is Mr. Erwin Gay, and as a lecturer and head of English program at Muhammadiyah University, Ternate. How are you, Mr. Erwin?
I'm good.
Right.
How about you?
Good, I'm good. Mr. Erwin, it's a long time we never met.
Yeah.
Right, but
Just
now,
like in 2016, yeah.
Yes, but now you can make your time so we can have a conversation. You can share your experience when you studied in Hawaii. Right, so Mr. Erwin, what is the requirement to get the abroad scholarship?
Well, the requirement is first you need to provide for the English proficiency certificates. It includes TOEFL, IELTS, and what's another one I forget? Okay, but the first thing is those two familiarized certificates that you need to.
That's for the English.
The English
proficiency.
Yeah, and the second one you need to provide your statement of purpose, and then your study objective, your CV, curriculum vitae, and you need to communicate with the supervisor from the university destination. So basically the scholarship needs above 3 points. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then for the LPDP VIT, yeah, it can be like 2.75. Yeah, special for these six provinces. Right. Yeah, it differs. TOEFL paper-based test without speaking. Okay. And IELTS with the speaking. Okay. Yeah, and also TOEIC without speaking. Oh. Yeah. But the number of the questions sounds like some people say TOEFL is easier than IELTS. Okay. Yeah, and some people say IELTS is easier than TOEFL. Oh, it depends on the person. On somebody's preparation. Right. At the time in Ternate, we don't have any institution to provide for the the English proficiency test. Okay. Yeah. The closer one is in Manado. Yeah. So I went to Manado several times only to take the TOEFL test. Right. However, in Manado, it provides only for TOEFL prediction, no pure TOEFL test. Right. Yeah, but luckily at the time, the AAS, Fulbright Foundation, they accept the TOEFL prediction. Oh, really? Yeah, at the time. Okay. So I went to Manado to take the test, but I didn't pass, so the score it doesn't meet the requirement. I go back to Ternate to prepare myself, study, to develop my English skill. And then I went back to Manado several times. Then I got like 500.3, 503, and my first was Australian award scholarship. Right. Yeah, I reached up to the interview. Okay. Yeah, from North Maluku, we were three candidates, and only one candidate from Hawaii University accepted at the AAS at 2005. My friend and I were from Muhammadiyah. We failed. And what's that? Australian award scholarship. Right. Right. And then another scholarship comes for foundation. Yeah, for foundation. After applying for International Fellowship Program or IFP in 2017, 1 year later, I achieved final decision, and luckily I passed that scholarship. Wow. Yeah, and IFP is a big private organization from Ford Foundation. Okay. Yeah, that was established in Michigan around 1936, and recently it is centered in New York City.
Right.
Yeah, in Indonesia we have our foundation, but it was handled by Indonesian International Education Foundation in Jakarta in 1982. 1982.
Right.
However, it was around 2013, then the name of IFP was changed into Prestasi. Yeah.
Right. So, Mr. Erwin, when did you study in Hawaii?
It's around 2009 up to 2011.
So, how long totally you spend your time there?
Actually, I spent for 2 years, but I finished my study in 1.5 years.
1.5 year. It was so fast, yeah?
Yeah, because I took a summer program.
Summer programs. So, what did you study about in Hawaii?
I studied about curriculum studies.
Curriculum
Yeah, that's
studies.
my major. So we learned about how to create, we make a project about how to design a curriculum. It started from the school information,
Right.
the community, the committee, the community, students, lesson plan, syllabus, and the course content that we incorporate into one big project.
Right. What makes you study in Hawaii, or what makes you study in the United States of America? Why don't you study like in Jakarta, for example?
Well, basically, I don't have in my mind that I should go abroad for continuing my study in the master's degree, because I was an orphan. I don't have any parents, so I believe like nobody can take care of me for studying. But luckily, like in 2004, I achieved the opportunity to be the youth representative from North Maluku as the Indonesian ambassador, Australia-Indonesia Youth Exchange Program into Australia for 2 months. Then that was very a good opportunity for me to continue my study abroad. Yeah, so IEP is my golden opportunity, to force me, to motivate me to go abroad.
Right. Mr. Erwin, as you said just now, you are in orphan, right? So how can you finish your study for your scholar study? How can you study? You just live alone without parents, but you can finish your study, and even you get a master's degree in Hawaii.
Yeah, the scholarship comes because I know the scholarship guarantee my study, so I have to reach that scholarship. Any kind of scholarship I applied for, and the first one I applied student because I got the score at the time in 2005. I got 503. That's I took the test in Manado, and then I applied for student, but I failed, and then I applied for AAS in 2005. I went to the interview session, and then I failed. Yeah, then and then I applied also the Ford Foundation.
Right.
Yeah, and I luckily I have been chosen as one of the representative for Northman.
America has a big country, 50 states, and you study in Hawaii. Is it different one state with another state's educational system?
I mean, they are totally different because in Indonesia we have our own goals. America they have their own goals. So the curriculum they decide based on the community needs.
Right.
Yeah. And the good things in America, like people they learn freely.
Okay.
Yeah. For example, Indonesia now recently we have Campus Merdeka, right?
Okay.
So the curriculum is students can take the course other of campus.
Yes.
Other of their main campus, and then they can make the transfer credit out of the program study or the department that they had previously. They can take some courses into another departments that we have now in Indonesia, but only very few universities just apply or implement the Campus Merdeka system. Now, in America, they had that a couple years ago.
Okay.
In Indonesia, we just apply.
Wow.
Yeah. For example, in Hawaii, I studied in the curriculum study, and then I took the course into second language department. I took the course in the educational technology department.
Right.
Now, however, in Indonesia previously,
Yes.
we can only take the course in our department. We cannot take out of our department,
Okay.
right? Yeah. So you know, in America, there's another different
System.
yeah, I can say system. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The students can take the course out of the department. What I say, community needs, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Because I need the course from other department, so I take that course. For example, I did one course in the educational department, which was computer in education.
Okay.
Yeah, and that course available only in educational technology department.
Oh.
Yeah, and
okay.
I took that course out of my department, right? My department is curriculum studies.
Right.
Okay, so then what I learned from that department, I implement it now. In the university that I'm teaching right now. I learned about how to design, how to, like a blended learning or the online learning. So I did it online learning when I was here at 2012. So up to now, everyone in my university, one course we study online. Not because the COVID-19. So like every school, every institution, they study online. But I did it in 2012 up to now.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's beneficial. I took one course out of my department. For example, like in curriculum studies, I don't have the lesson about linguistics.
Linguistic.
Right?
Okay. Right.
And then I can take the linguistic lesson into linguistic department.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the American educational system. Now, but in Indonesia, we cannot. If I studied in English department, for example, I cannot take one course into math department or pharmacy or I cannot. But recently, some universities they would like to implement campus Merdeka.
Right. So that's the first campus in Indonesia that's applied that system?
Yeah. It's recently like many universities they are going to apply for that campus Merdeka.
So we're so late, be adaptable with the global system development in education. I think it is positive why not we can adopt that system into our university in Indonesia, right?
Even relate rather than not.
Right. Right. And Mr. Erwin, so you got the scholarship from Ford Foundation, right? For your master's degree in the past time. And how much totally you get scholarship from Ford Foundation at the time?
Do you mean the budget?
The budget.
Of the living allowance?
Yes.
Yeah. Living allowance at the time I found for each month is 1,200. Yeah, from foundation. But luckily, here for today, LPDP provide 1,500 for students in Hawaii. So it difference 300, right? Yeah. So but even I achieve living allowance for 1,200, but I survive.
Okay.
Yeah, I can save some. I can, go to the mainland for traveling.
Right. So the rest of the money that you still get, get more,
Right.
Right.
Because our main job is have to study, so we pay with our, our winter break. Have to, refresh our brain.
Right. So how much did you pay for your semester fee per semester in Hawaii at the time?
I forget because I don't pay by myself. It paid directly from the scholarship.
Right.
So I only choose the course for each semester, 2, 3, or 4 courses for each semester. Then I send it to the IIF office and they pay the fee.
So did you bring your family at the time?
No, because only 2 years and 1 year first, I went back to Indonesia.
Right.
To
So
conduct my research.
how interesting to study abroad, like in Hawaii, Mr. Erwin?
Yeah, many interesting things I found there. The first one is we are all international students.
Okay.
Yeah. Even though I met with my Indonesian friends, but we have to speak English because if we join with other international students, so everyone should speak English. And then the second one is the classroom environment.
Okay.
It's totally different when I was here and at my bachelor degree and I was there and my master degree. And then how the lecturer delivering, you know, the lesson, how the lecturer approach for the students, how they treat the students, how the students build the classroom discussion, and then how the students submit their assignment, and then like, you know, so those interesting things I should remember and apply those things into my students here.
Right. I'm so curious. So, how many in the classroom you were at the time?
The number of students in like the classroom in America,
with your classmates. I mean.
Yeah, for one class, the highest number is 17 up to 20.
Okay.
That's the highest number. But mostly my class, up to 2 years, is the highest number is 17.
17 students.
17. That's the highest number.
Okay, in a class.
One class only.
Right. So, who were most the people in your class? I mean, where they were from?
It's various.
Various.
Yeah, it was various. Some of us from Indonesia because we were the same department, so we encourage everyone to make in one class, to take the course in one class only, so we can, you know, learn together, study together, and then we have some from mainland.
Okay.
We have some from, you know, like Las Vegas, from Washington DC.
Okay.
Yeah, like people in the East Coast, they like to study in Hawaii because, like in the East Coast, is most of the weather is, you know, like with Ashton, it's cold, so they like to study in Hawaii in the tropical season.
Okay. So, how did you feel in the class? Most of the students in the class were not from Indonesia, but from many different countries, right? So, I think how did you feel it in the classroom?
Yeah, I have to adjust with the environment. Yeah, and I didn't feel like it was my first time because I ever was in Australia. Okay. Yeah. So that's golden opportunity, you know, like encouragement into the, you know, outside of that environment, which was in America. So that opportunity encouraged me to, you know, like to adjust everyone in the classroom. So I feel like we were a good mates. Okay.
Right, interesting, Mr. Erwin. So, can you explain the cost of living in Hawaii?
The cost of living,
like food, for example, transportation.
Yeah, Hawaii includes the highest economy for spending money. Yeah, so like it depends on everyone. Depends on the students. If they cook by themselves, if they find their meals, then they can save a lot. Yeah, they can save money. But if they are busy with their work or their, you know, the individual purposes, then yeah, they have to, you know, they have meals in the shop, in the cafe, a restaurant that spend a lot of money. Right. So I myself, I live in the dorm, which the living a lot. I mean, like the monthly cost in the dorm is the cheapest one in Hawaii. Yeah, the first one is plan A or dissertation. So like people make the dissertation thesis, okay, and the second one is plan B project. It is some kind of, it is a research, but not too big research. Okay. And the third one is portfolio.
Right. That's your experience since you studied in Hawaii, Mr. Erwin. And one more thing, I heard that you will continue your PhD program. Is it true?
Where did you find that information?
I just heard from some of your students.
Okay. Yeah, hopefully.
Right. So what university will you go to for your PhD program?
Okay, I applied for 3 campuses.
Right.
Okay, the first one is Texas A&M University.
Okay.
And the second, Penn State University, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And then the third one is University of Arizona.
Right.
And recently I had the acceptance from 2 campuses. The first one is Texas A&M University,
right,
and the second one is University of Arizona.
Wow!
Yeah.
Congratulations, Mr. Erwin,
Thank you
to get your PhD program.
Thank you.
Right, for the next. So when will you go to America?
Hopefully, because I applied into fall 2021. So hopefully this coming July, I should be there because the school starts in August.
Okay.
Yeah. So I should be there in July.
Right. Congratulations, Mr. Erwin, to continue your PhD program for the next time. Right. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of you. I hope with this video can inspire a lot of youth and generation that they want to study abroad. So a lot of things for you out there. If you want to know the abroad scholarship, you can comment down below on this video. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming.